Next year's SU basketball roster is starting to take shape, and as it stands, this man here will not be a part of it. Joe Girard has started for the Orange for 4 years, but he announced today he will enter both the transfer portal and the NBA draft. The sharpshooting upstater wrote on social media that he would enter the 2023 NBA draft process while maintaining his collegiate eligibility. Girard averaged over 16 points per game for SU this past season and shot over 38% from three-point range. JG3, as they call him, sits at number 3 on Syracuse's all-time made three-pointers list. This appears to be the end for Girard at Syracuse, as he has one more year of collegiate eligibility, which he now could use elsewhere. If he departs, SU is left with question marks in the backcourt, as freshman Judah Mintz also entered the draft and senior Symir Torrance entered the transfer portal. Former 5-star recruit J.J. Starling is coming as a transfer from Notre Dame to close some of those gaps. Meanwhile, the 2023 college basketball season rolls on as the last 2 Final Four spots were decided tonight. We start in Louisville with 2 teams in Creighton and San Diego State that are both seeking the first Final Four appearance in school history. Late second half, 34 seconds to go. Inbounds pass gets away from SDSU. Baylor Shireman ties it up at 56. Other end, final seconds. Darion Trammell puts it on the deck. Misses, but he draws the foul. Creighton cannot believe it, but Ryan Nemhard clearly made contact with Trammell's hip. Trammell makes 1 of 2 free throws to put the Aztecs up 1, last of his 12 points on the evening. Greg McDermott still arguing the call. Last chance here for the Blue Jays, 1 second to go. Shireman full court pass, but it drops to the floor, and that will do it. San Diego State, as a 5 seed, is off to Houston. First Final Four for the SDSU program and for Brian Dutcher as head coach. The Aztecs will take on the FAU Owls in the Final Four on Friday. So who will get that last Final Four spot? Let's go west over to Kansas City for Miami and Texas. Our ACC friend Jim Larinaga trying to get his second Final Four and Miami's first. Mid-second half, Isaiah Wong fades away to cut the lead to 4. Less than a minute later, full court pass. Nigel Pack cuts the Longhorn lead down to 2. 1 minute to go now. Tie game. Pack for the lead. No good, but a foul on the rebound. Referees say Brock Cunningham undercut Norchid O'Meara on the glass. O'Meara hits 2 free throws, and it's 81-79 Canes. Other end, Marcus Karg is stripped, turns it over. Texas would have to foul. Another huge play by the Nicaragua native O'Meara to force that turnover, and the Hurricanes win it 88-81. First Final Four for Miami. They will take on UConn in Houston. Men's and women's Final Fours coming up on the hardwood this weekend, but let's go to the turf now. Syracuse women's lacrosse is number 1 in the country, and they went to Louisville for their second game, sporting that ranking. Clearly a blustery day in Louisville for this ACC tilt. SU trying to stay undefeated on the season, and they come flying out of the gate. Megan Tyrell to Emma Ward to make it 5-0 here in the first quarter. Syracuse scored the first 6 before the Cardinals even got on the board. Moving to the second, Orange trying to extend the lead. Sierra Cockrell picks up the ground ball. Little give-and-go action for Cockrell. SU offense had 10 different goal scorers on the day. Cockrell finds Megan Tyrell, who rattles the twine to make it 9-1. Later in the second, SU up 11-2. Louisville is able to make a save here, but Savannah Schweitzer cleans it up, finds Emma Tyrell just outside the crease. Tyrell beats the goalie. 12 first-half goals for SU, 4 of them by Emma Tyrell, and Syracuse does not look back. They take the game 17-5, as Maddie Baxter here tacks on a goal of her own. Kayla Trainer's team now 11-0, the best start in program history for the nation's number 1 ranked team. Let's go over to the Dome for SU men's lacrosse. Kraus-Simmons Trophy on the line in the Central New York rivalry between Syracuse and Hobart. Joyce Bellina, the fantastic freshman, with his back to the goal, puts it home. SU went on a run of 7 straight goals in the first and second quarters. Another freshman, Michael Leo, looking for space and finds it. Leo tallied his first career hat trick in the game, tied up the game there. Hat trick for Leo, still first quarter, ball movement. And then a quick trigger from Owen Hiltz. The Canadian rips it top shelf. That Hiltz goal made it 5-2. Hobart trying to stem the flow in the second quarter. Local product, Anthony Detellis, former West Genesee Wildcat, dodging and scoring unassisted. It was 9-4 Cuse at the half. Second half now, Luke Roa dumps it off to the speedster Griffin Cook, who rings the bell to make the score 12-5. Fourth quarter, Joey Spallina again. No look, no problem for Spallina. That's his signature move. He had 4 goals in this game, and Syracuse keeps the Krause-Simmons Trophy in the 3-1-5 with an 18-7 victory. Roy Simmons Jr. tips his cap to their performance as Syracuse takes it 18-7, their 9th straight victory over the Hobart Statesmen. Syracuse men's lacrosse now 6-4 on the year, while the women's team remains perfect 11-0 on the season. You can catch both lacrosse teams in the Dome this week. But now, cue Take Me Out to the Ball game, folks, as all 30 MLB teams were in action today on opening day. America's Pastime is back, and the Bronx Bombers opened up at Yankee Stadium against the San Francisco Giants, the hometown team of slugger Aaron Judge. The Giants were not able to sign away Judge from the Yanks this season, and Judge made them pay for it. First at bat of the year, and we have liftoff. Dead center field. First home run in the major leagues this season goes to Judge, picks up right where he left off in 2022. Garrett Cole on the mound today for the Pinstripes, and he was dealing 11 Ks in 6 scoreless innings for the Yankee ace. Cole allowed just 3 hits in the game, got off to a great start. He also got some help from Gleyber Torres. Torres goes opposite field into the short porch. 2-run bomb for him, also off Logan Webb. That makes it 3-0 in the 4th. The Yanks would add 2 insurance runs in the 7th inning and get win number 1 on the season, 5-0 over the Giants on a sunny day in the Bronx. Rashawn, baseball is underway, but let's go back to college basketball real quick. 2 wild Final Fours coming up in the men's and women's side of the bracket. What stood out to you about that just crazy men's tournament with number 4 UConn being the highest seeded team in that Final Four?
Man, like, bracket just really ruined. I wasn't expecting UConn. I wasn't expecting Texas. We wasn't expecting, Miami. Just so much upsets for this March Madness. I think that just makes it so exciting because you don't have the high brackets. You don't have the big house teams really dominating anymore. Where's Duke? Where's North Carolina? Where's Kentucky? And so now, as it moves forward, it seems like every team is they have a shot, they have a chance. So it's actually March Madness.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's interesting, like you said, not seeing the Blue Bloods in there, but it's nice to get some teams making their first ever Final Four appearances.
Yes, absolutely. But thank you, Karl. Coming up, we got a full weather forecast this week and after the break.